You know, state police officers usually rush to crime scenes. Well, tonight we're exposing the trooper who fled the crime scene after witnesses said he committed the crime.
7 investigator Ross Jones is exposing how a trooper tried to cover up his misdeeds and why he's still on patrol today.
This is a story about a state trooper, a collision, and a lie.
I just got sideswiped by a car on the 8 and Lasher.
It begins here in a parking lot off Evergreen Road in Southfield. While on duty last May, Trooper Kevin Klomparens, seen here in a photo on Facebook, had pulled into a Chipotle restaurant in his Michigan State Police vehicle. He was backing into a parking space when, all of a sudden, the damage was minimal. A fender bender leaving a few scratches and a small dent, a few $100s to repair. But Trooper Klomparens didn't notify the car's owner, leave a note, or report the accident. Instead, he pulled out of the space and left. The driver of the damaged vehicle turned out to be a 20-year-old college student who worked here at a Southfield restaurant. She didn't want to talk to us on camera for this story, but said off camera she learned about the accident from 2 people who witnessed it. They told her, and then they told police. According to police records, the 2 witnesses said they'd heard a loud crunch and saw the trooper commit a hit and run. Dispatch notified nearby officers that one of their own had been involved in an accident. Klomparens was listening on his radio, and that's when he turned his small problem into a much bigger one.
241, go ahead.
I just got sideswiped by a car on the 8 and Lasher. He flipped and headed back east on westbound 8 Mile. I'm trying to catch up. Not exactly sure what kind of car it was. I think it was a gray sedan.
Klomparens said he was the victim of a crime and in a police chase with the person responsible.
You get a plate? Negative on the plate. He turned behind me. There's a Michigan U-turn that was behind me. He took that and sped off back eastbound.
In truth, there was no chase, no sideswipe. Klomparens made it all up.
He caused the accident. Yeah. He fled from the accident. He lied about the accident, and then he blamed it on somebody else.
Unbelievable that this officer would respond in that manner. You're violating policy.
For 32 years, Willie Bell was a Detroit police officer, and today he serves on the Detroit Board of Police Commissioners.
It's a simple accident, but now it leads to totally lack of confidence, not just in this officer, but police officers in general.
After the accident, MSP investigated, and Trooper Klomparens admitted to making the whole story up. The case was forwarded to Attorney General Bill Schuette's office for possible prosecution. His office declined to charge him with anything, writing in part that while we are certainly not condoning the actions of the trooper, there are better ways to handle this particular incident.
In Michigan, we have one system of justice. That means the rules apply to all, no matter who you are.
We asked to speak with Attorney General Schuette on camera to understand why he chose not to bring charges. His office declined.
The average citizen easily would have been charged in this case.
Michael L. Steinberg is a criminal defense attorney who's represented many men and women accused of hit-and-run accidents.
Providing false information to a police officer is usually going to get the attention of the prosecuting attorney's office. A police officer doesn't get special status as far as the law goes.
Trooper Klomparens wouldn't talk to us for this story. He won't face criminal charges, but he could still face discipline. He's working at MSP today while Internal Affairs continues to investigate what happened more than 5 months since the accident took place.
They feel as though there's no justice because that person is protected by the shield.
And adding insult to injury, the owner of the damaged vehicle says state police promised to reimburse her the full cost of repairing her SUV. Months later, she's still waiting.
Wow, hard to believe. So we're talking 5 months, still no discipline. So what's taking so long?
Well, it's really odd, and I've talked to some law enforcement officials who are puzzled by it as well. If you think about it, the criminal investigation only took a few weeks before they wrapped it up. This has stretched on month after month after month. They say they expect in the next couple of weeks they'll finally get it done, but it's been 5 months. He's still on the force, no discipline. What's taking so long?
I'm guessing things are going to start moving quickly now.
We'll see.
Because Ross is on the case.
Ross is on the case. Dream